Hi everyone, it's Mr. Quigley. This is where I left off in the last video for the drum machine. This is what I had. These are the notes that I had in here. Now in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about layers. So we can think about all of these different parts of the drum as being kind of a layer, but also within that we can think about parts of the beat itself having different layers too. So for now, I'm going to just clear out everything that I have so I can start from scratch. And I'm going to start with one simple layer. I'll start with just the kick and the kick and the snare again. Oh, pardon me. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to add in one more here. There we go. So that in itself could be just like the perfect beat for a certain song. You know, this one little part, this one layer, so to say, with two parts, the kick and the snare. Now we're going to talk about a different layer, being the hi-hats. And you know what? I'll do this instead. There we go. At the end, it's sometimes good to have a little bit of what's called sometimes a turn, something slightly different at the very end, just to kind of bring it back to the start. That way, it's a little bit fresh or a little bit different to kind of restart. Anyway, let's hear these two layers together. So the first layer, which has two parts, the kick and the snare, and then the hi-hats layer. There's the regular hi-hat, then there's the open hi-hat. And just out of curiosity, what if I move that there? I like that so far. Okay, great. So we're going to leave this. Now we're going to add in one more layer, the clave. And just to be clear, all of these different things that I'm doing, I'm not saying that this is the way that you make a layer. Like if you add in a clave, it has to be this. All I'm saying is that these are different things to consider. Your layers can, of course, be different. This is just an example. Let's hear that now. Now so this beat is starting to get fairly complicated. Let's add in some rides now. And you know what? I'm not going to do that every single beat. I'm going to add this in kind of sparingly. So not all the time. I'll just add in these two. Let's hear how that changes the feeling of this beat. Ooh, you know what? Okay. Well, before I talk about what I want to change, I want to talk about how this sort of changed the feeling. Because this ride symbol wasn't on every beat, so every four boxes is a new beat. So this is a beat, that's a beat, that's a beat, that's a beat. I also understand this might be a little bit confusing with how this is being broken down, those individual beats, but then overall we're talking about a quote unquote beat. So just don't get confused by that. This overall thing is also popularly known as what's called a beat. So anyway, now what I want to change. Oh, before I move on, the point that I wanted to make before was that having this ride symbol every other beat kind of adds this kind of this kind of larger layer to it, this kind of more expansive ba ba as opposed to the bum 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 bum. Anyway, what I want to change now is I want to move that open hi-hat to there, and I want to do okay. I'll work quickly. Now I'm going to add in one more layer that I also wanted to add in and see how that changes things up. Okay, let's hear that. And sorry to end so abruptly, but that is working with layers. I can't wait to see and hear what you make. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.